Hello YouTubers, today we're going to be looking at some must-have accessories for the new griddle user. Now there's a few accessories that are a must to have along with your new Blackstone griddle. Whether it's a 17, 22, 36, 48 or whatever size griddle that you happen to have. And this isn't only for Blackstone, but it's for any other griddle that you're going to be using. I will put links in the description section of this video, but in the meantime I'll just show you what we've got. First of all, I did pick up a case, and I won't unfold it, but this is a case as well as the cover. This is going to protect your griddle, and in my environment here it's very important. You can probably see a few spots on here because my griddle sits out on my patio, and it's a heavily wooded area. If you're in such an area, even when you're camping, because this is a perfect griddle for camping, you're going to get droppings from the trees. This is going to protect your griddle. Two other things, get yourself a couple of bottles. I've got one for water, one for oil. You use these every time you're doing cooking. The bottles, you can pick it up at any dollar store for $1. I've got a Griddle Rack, or the rack that I often use this for when I'm doing chicken on my grill or on my in my smoker, and I'll put the chicken on the rack and it keeps it elevated. Also, when I'm doing ribs or something else in a pan, this elevates it up. I've got 4 of these, and I believe I did get these off of Amazon, and this is ideal to have, and all you really need is this one with this particular griddle. The other thing would be a couple of spatulas, and I believe I got these off of Amazon. You can pick them up anywhere. This length spatula, or the longer one, is ideal. I would recommend if it's got straight edges all the way around, and you have at least 2 of these. That way it's easier to move your like potatoes around or whatever, and handle rice and anything else that you're trying to get under. The square edges makes it nice to scrape down the griddle, as well as to get underneath fish and also like hamburgers. I've got a good pair of household tongs, kitchen tongs. I do like them with the metal ends. They do a much better job as far as gripping. And again, pick it up just about any place. You want just to get yourself a cover. Actually, this particular cover I got at not the dollar store, but a Goodwill store, and it cost me $1. You can use a regular large fry pan lid, but anything where it's got a high dome, it's ideal to cover whatever you're grilling, and helps retain the heat and keeps them moist. Now I'll take this off here. Another major item is on my griddle for the 22-inch. I got a cover for it. Now the cover will protect it. Also, it's a good way of retaining heat. My fuel source, again, it's a propane. Your griddle, if it's a 22-inch, comes with the attachment and the regulator, and this is for a 1-pound bottle. Great to use in a pinch. I don't recommend using them all the time. It won't last very long. I stick to either a 5-pound or a 20-pound propane tank. Now I'll be showing a cook in another video, but in the meantime, the griddle itself, you're going to have to pre-season it. The cover does comes off very easily, and this is a way you want to store it if you don't have the cover. You just simply pull it back and lift it up. And turn it over. I have the lid, so it's kind of taking up the room, so I can't do that with this stickler. I can't store it with this cover. To install the griddle, you just line up on the holes and push it back. The grill does come with the drip bucket. And then you also have, and this is the, it's kind of dirty right now, but you have a line, you get a liner with it. You pick those up also. They work out great for catching the grease, and then you pull out the liner, throw it away, and put a fresh one in. Your drip basket goes right behind your access hole or your clean out hole. Now before you do the seasoning, you want to make sure that the griddle is cleaned off. Do not use a paper towel. It leaves all kinds of paper residue. I have like an old washcloth or an old dish towel that works out great. And then what you simply do to season it, you turn on your burners and you turn them down to low to medium low. You don't want to turn the burners on to high and heat this up to about 500 degrees, because by doing so right away, and when you season it, it'll warp the griddle itself, and you don't want that to happen. I started out low, and then as I need more heat, I will add it to it. Once I've got it heated up, I'll turn it up maybe to medium, and then with the oil, I'll spread it onto the top of the griddle. Then again, I take my cloth and I wipe it down so it's all even out, and you let it set until your griddle starts to smoke. Once that oil starts to smoke, you can turn it down or turn it off, spread it out, and redo it again. And you just keep doing that about 3-4 times, and that'll get your griddle nice and seasoned. One thing to note on it is that you'll start to see it discolor in different areas, and you'll see where your hot spots are. That's good to know, and it's perfectly natural, so that when you have some food and you want to put it into a cooler area, you can either have one side turned down way low, or else just move it to an area where there's not as much heat, and that'll help protect it, and that'll keep your food warm without burning it. When you're cleaning, it's good just to kind of scrape everything into your trap, and then again with this type of a spatula, it's great for lifting and flipping your hamburgers, your fish, or whatever else you're cooking. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll get hamburgers going on one side, and I'll do sliced potatoes or veggies or something. I'll put it on the other side. You put a little oil. You can always add more oil if you need it, but I put a little oil in there. I'll put the potatoes over there. Then I'll maybe even use some water. I'll put this right over the top, and then it acts like a little oven. It retains that heat, and it makes it cook much better, and it won't dry it out or burn it as easily. And on occasion, I can either take the water or the oil and spray more on it. Now, I mentioned earlier before that I'm using a 5-pound or a 20-pound propane tank. There is an attachment, and that's got a hose and the connector for the propane tank to your griddle. And that, again, I'll put a link in to the description section. Now in videos to come, I'll be showing more accessories as I get them, as well as some cooking ideas to do whether you're at home or when you're camping. So if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And most of all, thanks for watching.